Increasingly, we live in a world separated from nature, blind or in denial of the consequences of our actions. Animals populate our dreams, our nightmares, our legends. We love to look at them, and when they look at us, we cannot turn away. Are we drawn to something we have lost? Something we still long for? We speak to them and think they understand, but do we understand them? Is there a wild side to them that we don't want to see? Is that a dog or something still a bit wolf-like, living with us in our homes? This film is not about domestic dogs locked in homes or on a leash controlled by humans. We look at the wild side of dogs and hopefully learn to better understand and appreciate that animal closest to us as an animal and not just as some reflection of ourselves. In the first part of this film, we spend 1 year with a shepherd and his sheepdogs to observe the oldest continuing relationship and bond between dog and man. And whether it can be called love or not, there is a pact of shared affinity and responsibility between humans and these dogs. And here that bond has been broken. In the second part of this film, we spend 1 year on the streets. Dogs, the first domesticated animal and the one that has shared our homes and lives for at least 15,000 years, are often no longer welcome when modern cities transform, yards and houses replaced with apartment blocks, and there is little room left for pet dogs. We see how these previously domesticated dogs, abandoned to a precarious and uncertain life on the street, survive the year. How they struggle to find food, shelter, and a mate. We take a long, hard, and unsentimental look at the wild side of dogs. That part of the natural world that we are so close to, but rarely actually see. Barbagia, perched in the high central mountains of Sardinia, Italy, is one of the least populated areas of Europe. Known for its strong-willed, independent people and famous for its bandits. Here, sheep herding has existed continuously for several thousand years. The next day is the transhumance, the annual winter migration of sheep from higher to lower pastures, where they and the sheepdogs will spend several months away from the farm. Pastoretta is in heat and is tied up for the first time because Angelo needs her for the transhumance. She refuses the advances from all the farm's male dogs, including Boburedu, one of Angelo's hunting dogs. When in heat, Pastoreda often leaves the farm and wanders for days before returning. The last time she brought back Uri, a small male dog who is the only one she will let mate with her.
Dai, Pastoreda. Dai, Pastoreda. Uri sono minoreggio. Dai, Pastoreda. Resta un'ala.
Angelo lets Pastoreda and Uri have a chance to mate before the next day's journey.
No, pesali.
When a female moves her tail to the side, it's a sign to the male dog that she won't resist him and that she is ready to mate.
Dai, Uri, su. Forza.
For those of us who live in cities far removed from nature, we see little animal sex, births, or deaths, and too often these totally natural processes shame or shock us.
No. Aiu, dai. Dai, Pastoreda. Dai.
Boburedu cannot force himself on Pastoreda. Rape doesn't exist among dogs. Instead, he hangs around in case she gives him a chance to mate with her. We will never know what dogs and wolves are saying to each other when they howl. But we do know that a howl is the sound they make to communicate over long distances.
Available now on video on demand.